Welcome to the Pacific Room at Canada House in London, and specifically to this beautiful rug, one of the many dramatic details in the recent revitalization of this magnificent building. Look closely at the rug and you'll see it's not one of those typical designs that repeats itself. If it looks almost like a painting, that's because it was. This video explains how a design that started out life as a small oil painting on the east coast of Canada was transformed into a carpet. Of course, it was a collaboration, one that began with a vision from the design team responsible for revitalizing the interior of Canada House. Their vision was to create a focal point in each room with a distinctive floor covering, 29 rooms or spaces, resonating with the contemporary culture, colors, and themes of our vast country on the other side of the ocean. Artists across the land were invited to submit designs for the 13 rooms in this building that are named after the provinces and territories of Canada, the Quebec Room, the Nunavut Room, etc. Some of those entries were then also applied to the remaining rooms that do not have names of the provinces. This, for example, is the Pacific Room, named for the Pacific Ocean that runs the length of the west coast of Canada. Wayne Boucher is a visual artist who has lived on the province of Nova Scotia for over 40 years. One of his paintings was selected for the Nova Scotia Room, another for the Reception Link Room, and the third for this, the Pacific Room. Our firm, Creative Matters, is a small Canadian business based in Toronto, and because of our experience with custom rug design over the past 25 years, we were asked to take responsibility for turning all of the pieces of art into area rugs. Creating a bespoke rug is always a serious responsibility, but becomes all the more so when you need to reproduce as closely as possible the original intentions of the artist. Wayne Boucher's winning design was a small oil painting he recreated in 1996. You can see how he chose real pieces of tile to create a tiled walkway around the predominantly blue surface. The interior designer at Canada House has sent a scan of the original painting, which was approximately 25 by 30 centimeters. At first glance, it may appear as if we just had a few primary colors here, red, blue, yellow. However, the depth of the color and the richness of the design requires much more sophistication. The primary technique at the disposal of a rug designer to create a painterly effect is by the use of stippling. Instead of one color of yarn being pushed through the foundation of the rug, several different colors are applied together. And stippling was a big feature on this rug, particularly to create all the blue shades. While you can see on our palm board that we have selected 8 shades of blue wool, the final rug has 20 shades that we achieved by combining the yarns. This effect is much like pointillism, where the eye blends the fine yarns together to create shades and subtleties. In the end, there is only one place in the rug where a solid color is used, and you can see that on the right-hand side with the white numbers. All the other colors are created with stipples, a total of 37. After receiving our final artwork, the mill then stencils the design onto the backing, and the artisans begin their 3 months of work, painstakingly matching every dot. In October, a member of our Toronto team visited the mill to ensure the rug for the Pacific Room, among others, was progressing well, and in December we were able to see the installation of this precious contemporary Canadian artwork in its full splendor as you see it now.